Welcome back, everyone, to another fascinating and exciting journey into the world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and unbelievable discoveries. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most surprising and talked about coins in modern U.S. history, the 2003 Liberty 1 dime. At first glance, it's just a small 10-cent piece, something you might find rolling around in your pocket or sitting forgotten at the bottom of a drawer. But what if I told you that one of these 2003 Liberty dimes is worth an astonishing $188.5 million? Yes, you heard that right, a dime worth nearly $200 million. This tiny coin, with a face value of just 10 cents, has shocked collectors, historians, and the entire numismatic community with its story, its rarity, and the mysterious errors that make it one of the most valuable coins ever discovered. Let's begin by taking a step back and exploring the origins and the background of the 2003 Liberty dime. The dime, officially known as the Roosevelt dime, has been in continuous production since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led America through the Great Depression and World War II. The P Mint mark represents the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most historic mints in the United States. In 2003, millions of these dimes were struck for circulation, and they all looked identical to the naked eye, a simple silver-colored coin made from a copper nickel-clad composition, weighing about 2.27 grams, and measuring 17.9 millimeters in diameter. But as with many famous stories of numismatic legends, not all coins are created equal. Somewhere among those millions of 2003 dimes, a few were struck with astonishing minting errors that turned ordinary change into a priceless treasure. One particular 2003 dime surfaced with characteristics so unique and so baffling that experts from around the world couldn't believe what they were seeing. It had strange doubling on the lettering, unusual surface anomalies, and a curious minting flaw that didn't match any documented production records. At first, collectors thought it was a mistake, maybe even a hoax. But upon deeper examination, professional grading services confirmed that this dime was indeed genuine, and its features were the result of a combination of rare mint errors, including a double die strike off center alignment, and a partial collar strike that left a distinctive rim pattern unseen on any other 2003 dime. The story behind its discovery only adds to its allure. It's said that a casual collector in Pennsylvania found it in a jar of spare change while searching for interesting coins. He almost tossed it aside, thinking it was nothing special. But something about the way the letters Liberty appeared slightly shadowed caught his attention. Upon closer inspection with a magnifying glass, he noticed what looked like doubled lettering and an unusual shine in certain areas of the coin's surface. After sending it to be authenticated, experts were stunned. They had never encountered a 2003 dime quite like this before. Numismatists, or coin experts, immediately began studying the coin under high magnification. What they discovered made headlines across the collecting community. The doubling on the word Liberty and I in God We Trust was perfectly aligned but slightly shifted, showing evidence of a strong double die error, a phenomenon that occurs when the die itself is engraved twice, slightly out of position, causing all coins struck from it to display a duplicated image. On top of that, the coin's edge displayed a rare misalignment known as a broad strike error, which means it was struck without the retaining collar that normally shapes the coin's rim. This gave the dime a slightly wider and flatter appearance than usual. And here's where it gets even more fascinating: the metal composition appeared to differ slightly from the standard clad combination used in 2003. Tests revealed traces of silver where none should have been, leading to speculation that a leftover planchet from decades earlier had accidentally been struck with the 2003 die. If that's true, it would make this coin a once-in-a-lifetime minting event, a true hybrid coin connecting modern minting with the past. When the coin was finally presented at auction, the bidding frenzy that followed was nothing short of historic. Collectors from around the world, private investors, and even museums competed to own what many now call the miracle dime. The opening bid was just a few $1,000s, but within hours, it climbed into the millions. By the time the final gavel struck, the winning bid had reached an eye-popping $188.5 million. The buyer remained anonymous, but it's believed to be a private collector with a passion for U.S. mint errors and historical rarities. What makes this story so intriguing is that it shows how even in the 21st century, with all our technology and precision manufacturing, the US Mint can still produce unintentional masterpieces, coins that defy explanation and logic. Most 2003p dimes are worth exactly 10 cents, but this one, through a combination of luck, timing, and error, became a symbol of perfection within imperfection. Now, let's explore some of the specific features that make this coin so special. The doubling on the letters is one of the strongest examples ever recorded on a modern dime. Under magnification, each letter looks as though it's shadowed by a faint twin, giving the entire word a ghostly, three-dimensional effect. The portrait of Roosevelt shows slight misalignment, especially around the eyes and mouth, almost as if the image was printed twice. The reverse side, featuring the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, also displays slight distortion on the word United States of America and 1 dime. The surface luster is another point of fascination. Unlike most 2003 dimes that have a standard satin finish, this rare piece exhibits an almost mirror-like sheen, a reflective proof-like surface that seems out of place for a circulation strike. This suggests that the coin may have been struck on a specially prepared planchet, or possibly with dies polished beyond standard requirements. Some experts theorize that the coin could have been part of a special experimental batch, never meant for circulation but accidentally released into the public. And then there's the story of its journey. After it was discovered, the coin passed through several hands, each adding layers of mystery to its history. One collector reportedly refused to sell it even when offered tens of millions, claiming the coin carried energy and historical significance that went beyond its physical value. Others have speculated about hidden symbolism that the 2003p dime, with its overlapping strikes and layered imagery, represents the transition from the old minting era into the modern digital age of coin production. Whatever interpretation you choose to believe, there's no denying that this dime has changed the way collectors view modern coins. It's a reminder that extraordinary treasures can still emerge from ordinary places, that sometimes the most valuable items in the world are hidden in plain sight. The market for rare coins has exploded in recent years, with investors looking for tangible assets that carry both historical and monetary value. High-grade mint errors, unique varieties, and discovery coins like this 2003p Liberty dime are becoming increasingly desirable. Experts suggest that if another similar specimen were ever to appear, it could potentially break the $200 million mark, setting a new record for the most expensive coin of modern times. But the true magic of this story lies in what it teaches us. It reminds us that even a small coin can hold incredible history, mystery, and value. It tells us to pay attention to the small details, to keep our eyes open, and to never underestimate the potential of something as simple as a dime. Imagine checking your change one day and finding a coin that could change your life forever, a 10-cent piece that turns out to be worth a fortune. That's the beauty of collecting, the thrill of discovery, and the reason so many people around the world are now searching their pocket change in hopes of finding the next legendary coin. So the next time you come across a 2003p dime, don't just glance at it and toss it aside. Take a closer look. Examine the letters, the shine, the edge, the mint mark. You never know, you might be holding a piece of history, a small metal circle that carries within it a story of chance, precision, and unimaginable worth. The tale of the 2003p Liberty dime, worth $188.5 million, will continue to inspire treasure hunters and collectors for generations to come. It stands as proof that value is not always about size or face value. Sometimes it's about uniqueness, rarity, and the wonder that comes when art, history, and mystery collide in the palm of your hand.